Hello guys, Andrew, welcome back. In our last lesson, we saw how we could create these characters using a 16 by 16-bit pixel. This time around, let's go ahead and add more pixels and see what character set we can create. So let's just add a 32 by 32 pixel document like so. And I kind of like this size, right? So, but let me just go ahead and create a new one. So I'll just do a basic square block and transparent, and I'll just click OK, and I'll just add pixels on both sides. So I'll go to my canvas size and add 32 and add another 32 pixels on the left and the right hand side. Oops. Sorry, I said right. So right like so. That wasn't so hard. Alright, so we'll just do it. So for the first character, let's go ahead and create a nice silhouette for our first character. So I'll just use the fill ellipse tool and kind of like use a dark block and then do like a head like so. And it's not like necessary for this head to be like the standard, and then I'll pick a fill tool with a square just like so. This will represent my body, and I'll just use my pencil tool and quickly kind of rough out some feet like so. So I'll just add feet like that, and then I'll just add these 2 pixels and just push them to the side and do the same for these feet like so. So I'm just adding 2 pixels and I'm pushing them by the side. Also beside here, I'll just do like an arm, and I'll just do the same right here and also add that arm. So basically we have a head, and we can start chiseling out the shape of the hairline, like that, and getting rid of some edges we don't need. And if this is going to be like a character facing right, so we actually can get rid of some of these pixels like so, right, just like that. So it actually depends on you. It depends on what kind of style you want to create or what kind of character we want to have. So I'll just start working with the silhouette and then chisel things out of our silhouette. So right now let's go ahead and add some details. So I'll just add some color for the skin like so, and then we'll just go in here and kind of like, let's do the hair. Let's do some kind of like brown kind of hair like so. So this will be values we use to represent the hair. And just quickly paint that in. Alright, so we got us some kind of like brown here. Let's add some color for the skin. So I'll just move this up a bit and then kind of like use this value for skin like so. I'll make this 2 pixels because I actually have more pixels to work with now. So I'll just quickly paint in the skin for our face like so, like so. And yeah, so I'll just kind of like erase this edge. I don't need that edge. So what I'll do now is just create some eyes. I'll just use this value, or let's use a dark value for the eyes, and I'll make this 1 pixel, and I'll just place one right here, and also place one right here like so. And then for the mouth, let's just use this value right here to represent our character's mouth. So what we are left with right now is just to do like a shirt. So I'll set this to 2 pixels. Let's say 2 pixels, and let's just do a, I don't know why I'm always stuck with blue shirts like so. And then for the character's arm, we use the same color for the skin. I'll just place this right here and place this right here also. And then for our feet, I'll just leave this at this value, but I'll just brighten this up a bit and use this right here. And we'll add just a little light, a little light shadow for our feet. And right here, what we'll do is just darken this a bit. Like so. And what we could do on the hair right now is just add a little detail for the hair. Just to add, indicate some shadows, like so for the hair. And basically we have more flexibility right now with this character, because we could even add features like, you know, say a mouth, or even a kind of like smile. So we could add another one here, and then we could add, you know, like, oh, we could use a red tongue, you know, things like that. So we could add extra features. Let's make this slightly dark in there, like so. And then let's see if this is going to work. Yeah, like that. I think this is cool, but it's kind of like pink. So we'll just add this because no one wants to have pink teeth. And then right here for our skin also, we could just darken this up just a little bit. And kind of like add in some of those shadows around. Like so. Also for the eyes, I think we could do better with our eyes. We could even add, you know, some details. If you want, we could add kind of like eye that has two. We can make it like this to make your character distinguishable. And with this, I'll go ahead and just darken this arm a bit, and then make sure this arm is a bit light. And also for this leg, I'll make sure this leg is a bit lighter than the other leg. So we'll go ahead and just place these pixels and also this color. Let's make it slightly lighter because we want to actually make a difference between these two sides. And for this jacket, I'll change this. Let's see if this is going to work. I'll just change this to something kind of like reddish. Okay, I don't think that's working, so I'll just leave it at that color. And yeah, I think I could call this character done. If you're actually following along, or you know, working with your own character, you can do things on your own. You could add, you know, a little bit of lighting coming here, just to kind of like indicate the light source for our character. And we could do the same with the hair. Just bump up the lights around the hair and shift our hue, like so, right? And we can even add some of this here coming down, just to add a little character, right? And if you want, we could do eyebrows, like so. We could even do eyebrows, but I'll just leave my character without the brows. Or we could just do one like so and just leave it like that. But that's going to look like a scar, so I'll just get rid of the brows. So actually, just by looking at this, you can see when we have more pixels, we actually have more flexibility, and we actually have the ability to push our character. For instance, if we look at this, we could just kind of like make this edge slightly darker. This would, you know, add more depth and detail to our character just by looking at it from a distance. If we kind of like squint our eyes, we can actually clearly see that difference over there. So we'll just look at another quick example and see how we can create some other character types, and why not. And also, you know, it's not, sometimes we can start with a character that's not necessarily standing like so. So I'll go ahead and start with, what do we call this character? I'll just call him Jake. So I'll have Jake. So let's go ahead and create another character. We don't even know. So what I'll do is I'll lock Jake's layer so I don't accidentally go around and paint in Jake's layer. And I'll set my brush size to like 3. So what I want to do is to start with a kind of like strong silhouette. And it's not necessarily that we have to like follow that same, you know, pose we've been following. We could actually start with a character silhouette that has a very strong kind of like action pose. And then once we have that action pose, we can decide to, like, go ahead and start working with our character. Right, so I have this little pose like so, and I'll use that to build my character based on this, pose like that. Okay, so nice. So we have this character, and this character is posing like so. And if we actually look at this, we can actually see our silhouette to see if it's actually making sense. If it's not, we can always work around and work with our silhouette and kind of like fix it till we see things are ready. Right, so now we have this. What I'll do is to just work with this silhouette without, really thinking about much detail, or, what kind of things I can like add to this. So let's go ahead and see this. So this character is kind of like posing in this direction. So what I can do is just add a little more pixels here. I think that's done. So let's go ahead and start, with a skin tone for the face. I kind of like starting with the face. So I'll just pick this color for our character's face. And so let's pick a hair color. I'll just use black, I think, for a hair color. So we'll just kind of like play around with this and use black for our character's hair color. And I kind of like broke out of my silhouette, but it's not a problem. Also add some of the hair around here. I just want to zoom out and make sure we have everything, kind of like fixed. So for our character's shirt, let's pick this value and kind of like just paint in this color for the shirt. Like that. Let's just keep adding these pixels around. And then for the trouser, let's use something very bright and loud for trousers. And for the boots, let's make our boots kind of like match up with our character's trouser, like so. And I'll place this right here. So if this is going to be the color for this foot, I'll just darken this color a bit for this foot. So I'll just go in here and kind of like paint this in. And let's make this really dark. So you could just push that illusion like, hey, you know what? This foot is really in there. Like it's really further away. And then for our foot also, let's use the same color we used here, but then push that. So we can actually show that this foot is also further back in there. And here we'll just add some shadow for the foot, and let's keep working on our trouser shape, our foot shape rather. Like so, just right there. And then for the character's arm, I'll just use the same color for the skin to represent the arm, and also use these pixels to also represent the arm as well. And then add a variation of lighting around it, just to indicate, hey, you know what, we're working with some kind of like fingers right here, and we'll just chop out this pixel like so, and then add this one. So for our character's face, let's add an eye. So I'll just use this dark value and add one eye here and another eye right here. And let's just add a little shadow right here for our skin, like so. And let's see if we can get away with a little mouth right here. So our character is looking like a Chinese master. I'll just kind of like put this here and just drag this. Now for the shirt, I'll add a little like shadow underneath. So I'll just go over here and kind of like create this illusion, because our character is like has a attack pose. So I'll just place this right here and then add some of the lights kind of like, bouncing along. and coming right here, and we can even make that slightly, bright. And over here, we could bump our color a bit, just to indicate and have this, idea of, hey, light is actually bouncing on our character. And then for our arm, let's just darken this a bit, add a few shady pixels, just to represent that shade. We'll just drop this right here. And then we'll also light up our hair as well. So for the hair lighting, I'll just use a light value right here at the edge of the hair, like so. I don't want these pixels, I'll just delete them. Even get rid of this pixel, like so. Now let's continue adding our highlights. And then for our shadows, let's just darken this a bit and then jump towards the edge right here and just add some shadow to our hair, like that. And then for our character's face, let's just make this more kind of like fleshy. And then around here, we'll also add some of that shadow, like so. And then we'll just brighten up this edge just a little bit. So you can actually see the more pixels we have the ability to add more detail to our character design. So as our foot, goes down a bit, we'll have a little bit of shadow right here to kind of like represent that foot. And what I'll do is, I don't think I like this. I'll just erase this just to show that my foot is kind of like flat on the ground, and we'll just leave it as such. Right, so yeah, so basically we actually have a character that has a fighting pose and another character that's kind of like super standing. And what we could do, we'll call her Jenny. Right, so we actually have Jenny right here, and what we could do is to kind of like push out the form of this foot. So I could actually go in here and then kind of like make it a bit slightly thicker around here, and then it thins out, like that. Let's get rid of this pixel, like so. I think it's more representative of female anatomy. I think we could even chop out this pixel just to make it more okay. I'll bring that back, yeah, like so. And what I'm left to do right now is to create a layer for my shadow. So I'll just send layer up, Jenny up, and then pick this tool and kind of like pick a shadow color and just make this up. And then kind of like, let's use our tool again, and let's just draw a nice shadow underneath Jenny's foot because the light's coming from here. So that's how we can actually create characters. If we have more detail, we can actually spend more time and add more information as we need for our characters. So if you have a 64 by 64 bit pixel document, that means you have more colors to put in your document. So once again, thank you very much for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next lesson. So finally, before we run away, I just want to add a little bit of detail right here, just to add some of that shadow information around the arm. And you can actually see we get that information right here. So thank you very much for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next lesson.